All right, welcome back, and we are doing part 3 of the clear coat polishing video series. And just to recap, we have completed everything starting at 3,000 grit. That's this guy here. We've done from our 3, and you can see we've been using that 3,000. We've gone on to 5,000, and then we went on to, which one is this guy here? Which one are you going to be? We went on to 6,000, and then we went on to, of course, 8,000. And now that we're all done with that part of the process, we went on and did the Meguiar's Scratch X, this guy here. And then we did all that with our Dremel Micro and this nice little crazy looking little Buffy guy here. These can be a little hard to find sometimes. Amazon has a lot of them, but some of them are kind of on the cheap side. So we're using the brand Proxon, which is a very good, highly recommended brand. So we've been sticking with that. But next step is to use this guy here, the Ultimate Polish. And then once we get done with that, we move on to the waxing. So that's it's going to be today's thing. We're working on that there. So I've been noticing that just trying to get stuff out of these jars, these bottles, they're so huge. They're designed for glooping stuff onto an actual buffing pad for your orbital sander, or possibly right onto the car itself. So of course they give off a lot. So we're going to just put some of that into a cup and then move the bottle out of the way so we don't knock that over like I did earlier and dump my water bottle all over the table. That was fun. So roof, yeah, that's looking really good. I mean, we got some really nice looking shine going there, really pretty. But this guy here is going to take it to the next level. I'm just going to use the applicator that God gave us, the index finger, and man, it's like dipping in the mayo. Blah. Okay. Now with the Scratch X stuff, when I'm applying it like this, I can feel the grit in that. There is no grit at all. There is no grit on that at all. It's kind of thin. Here we go. Not too much, not too little. Everybody's happy. Get another paper towel here. There we go. All right, so switching on. Run that guy down to 5,000 RPMs. It's kind of slow, but we'll get the point across here. We're just going to go back and forth, following that line all the way down. There we go. Cool. Now we're going to check. We're going to spray this with the Speed Shine stuff. That'll clean off what we got left on there without scratching it. Kind of gives us a nice little barrier and makes it pretty at the same time. Ooh. Yeah. So can we see the difference on the roof and then on the trunk lid? Man, that's nice looking. That is really nice looking. Yep, that's looking really good. Okay, so we're going to go on to the rest of the car and keep up with that bit, and then we'll come back to you and show you how it's looking. So after probably 20 minutes of using the Ultimate Polish from Meguiar's, we of course did the roof, which you guys watched, and we started on the trunk lid, and I mean, it's coming back really nice. It's got just a little bit of a haze to it still, but I'm freaking loving it. I'm really, really loving it, and she's looking so good. Looking so good. I really wish I could get this done before we have to leave town, so we can so I could take this to NNLE's, but it's not going to happen. Rushing it's just going to ruin it. So there we go. So with that done, it's time to move on now to the wax, liquid gloss poly wax. Again, this stuff is pretty awesome. And now we're done. We're done with this guy here. We don't need to use him again. The next portion of this, we're going to be using like a piece of t-shirt material. It's got a little bit of a feltishness to it. I'll show, this is a swatch that John had cut off for me to use when I was practicing with it. So I'm going to see if we can find a material here that can mimic that, and we'll go and start on with that. Okay, so the whole application of the Meguiar's Ultimate Polish pre-wax is now done. And look at this, guys. This is just friggin' beautiful. There's a little bit of a haze here and there. She just needs to be cleaned up a little bit. But I am loving how this is looking. I'm just blown away by how nice that's looking. So that's really looking great. The next step in the process is to use this stuff here, which is the liquid gloss poly wax. I have it in a little cup here for us. And this is a little swatch that John had cut off for us when we were practicing this process. So we dug around to see if we can find a fabric that pretty much mimics that. And we found this stuff here, which is an actual polishing cloth for the automotive industry. It's pretty much like two t-shirts sewn together. So there's a little bit of a padding in there almost, but we're going to use this. We are now done with this guy. We don't need him anymore. We're not going to be doing application with that guy. It's going to be all hand rubbed from now on. So let's get at it. That is the nastiest color. It looks like it's made out of human. So we're going to start on the roof, which is my favorite spot, I guess. Work that all around. There we go. And the old-fashioned around the finger. And then we're just going to give them swirls. Just like this. It smells pretty good too. Using that Meguiar stuff really took me back. It took me right back to the driveway when I was a kid, helping my dad wash, wax, and polish the cars that we had back then. And I remember thinking, I'm never going to have to worry about this. Look at that. That looks awesome. Yeah, so we'll give it another go. That's probably a little too much. Let's spread the wealth a little here. There we go. Down the sides like that. And there we go. You can feel it starting to get a little tacky and drag on the cloth, so that's good. That means we're drying up here. Change to a clean area. Change places. If you know what that's from, let me know. That means you're cool. All right. Yeah. Ta-da! It's not 100% perfect. I do have a little bit of a wave in there. I don't know if that's the plastic or what. That's weird. But yeah, I'm loving that, man. Loving how that's looking. And then after we get all done with all the waxing, we'll have to go back and clean out all of our panel gaps. Because there's a little bit of buildup in there. I saw this technique a long time ago where this person used an airbrush, just had it full of water. I don't even think it was soapy water. Just had it full of water, and then he had that thing dialed down to like a needle point, and he was spraying all the panel gaps and just getting all the gunk out of there. I thought that was a really cool technique. I might try that myself. There we go. Yeah. Cool. So we're going to do the rest of the car, and then we'll come back and show you how she looks when we're done. Okay, so we're all waxed up. She's looking really good. Oh man, that's just just loving it, man. Oh, I'm so pleased. So I want to say thank you to my good friend John for sharing this technique with us, because it is just, it's one of the best. It's one of the best. The thing is that it works for me. So you might have a different technique that you enjoy using and it works well for you. That's awesome. That's great. The thing about model building is there is no one technique that blankets every type of model building genre that everybody can do well. Sometimes it's personal preference, it's personal choice, whether that be something like you're not comfortable with using this type of product, or maybe it's a price point thing. Who knows? But it's, you know, it's whatever's up to you and whatever you're comfortable with. Now, we have our desktop cordless airbrush, and we have we have the cup filled with a little bit of this special stuff here you can only get from a particular place. This is dihydrogen monoxide. You can only get that from the tap in the kitchen. So yes, that's H2O. So let's see here, got a little bit of jazz down inside this gap. So let's see if we can drill in a little bit there. There we go. That ain't pretty. Let's see if we can do this. Yeah, it's blasting that out of there, actually. Sorry. Right on. Well, that's cleaner looking. Yeah, okay. We're gonna go ahead and finish that up there. Right up on it. You can see it coming out of there, man. Hey, this is an okay. This is all right. I like this. This is cool. I wish I could remember who I saw doing this, where I got the idea from. There we go. Set this aside and we'll knock it over. And we'll go after this with our terry cloth. Come here, Terry. I should call this our hobby barn cloth because it's named Terry. All right, so better, much better. Yeah, much better. Okay, cool. All right, so that's going to be it, guys. We're going to finish doing the H2O technique to this dude here and get him finished up. Thankfully, you don't have to do the hood. That's all flat black, so yay. But again, thank you for tuning in. If you've watched all 3 videos to the very end, I greatly appreciate that. It's just, you know, another way to share some techniques that we have learned over the years, and just wanted to pass them on. I think that was the best thing I could do for my friend John, is to pay this type of stuff forward whenever we learn about something cool like this. All right, y'all take it easy. We'll talk to you in the next one. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you later on. Bye now.